folks, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, click that little red button below. And if you'd like to be notified of my posts first, click the little bell and it'll send you a notification as soon as I post. Okay, so I'm following the Bruce McArthur story. As you all know, he was in court Monday, July 23rd. Now, you know, what's interesting is that he was actually charged back in 2003. Well, it was actually, the incident was in 2001, but by 2003 he had already been, you know, he had put his plea in as guilty. He had gone through the trial, and he had already been sort of sentenced in a way, right? So, you know, what I thought was a little bit like misconstruing or confusing was that he was handed a conditional sentence of 2 years less a day to be followed by 3 years of probation after he pled guilty of what had happened is he had smoked somebody in the back of the head with a pipe, and it was more than one time that he had hit him. It was multiple times, and the person was injured on their head as well as their hands trying to protect themselves. Now, he was charged with assault causing bodily harm and assault with a weapon. And he pled guilty to that. So why he was sort of handed a conditional sentence, there was a psychiatric evaluation that was done, and that came out to say that he didn't have any psychopathic tendencies, he didn't have any anger issues, there was no real reason or, I guess, concern that he would react or act out in a violent way towards society. So why, though, after being charged with such a heinous sort of crime that was so random and out of nowhere, that he attacked this person and hurt this person, was he sort of allowed this conditional sentence that the judge just sort of looked at him and thought he needs to be given a chance? Meanwhile, this person that was given a chance ended up killing 8 people that we know of. We don't really know if there's any other ones yet. So they're still combing through cold cases to see what else they can find or connect to him. I just thought it was a little bit odd, you know, that something so heinous could just be sort of swept under the rug or you know, sort of let go in the way that it was. The transcripts of his guilty plea were released to the public. They were released to the media previously. But it's weird that you know, a lot of the information exhibits pertaining to the case were actually destroyed 7 years after the trial. That was in accordance with Toronto Police Services retention policy. So copies of the 2 reports, as well as pictures and the weapon that were used, those were all still on file. However, there were other things that were destroyed, making it a little bit difficult for us to sort of look into, you know, the full-fledged of his file in this incident, in this case. However, I just still think it's really odd that they found absolutely no trace of psychosis. He had no hallucinations, delusions, no trace of mood swing disorders, no personality disorders, no antisocial behaviors. You know, he was just marked as sort of a normal person. Meanwhile, he was deeply disturbed and acting out in ways that are not okay in society, and not okay for anybody to have to go through. So unfortunate that they got rid of some of that information. However, I believe that they will acquit. They will get this trial heard properly, and these 8 men will have justice come to term with what has happened to them. And I'm hopeful that the families will have some closure after this is done, so that so that they can just move on with life, you know. It's said that he nevertheless possessed an alert conscience and seeked to control whatever hostile urges and thoughts that he may experience. Now, the fact that he had these thoughts and hostile urges is what would, in my opinion, have made him, dangerous to society, maybe have some personality disorder in some way. It may not be the ones that they had listed. It may be other ones. I believe that they should have done more than one of these analyses in order to save the victims that were affected from 2010 to 2017. So I will keep you folks updated as we go through the trial, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you have anything to add comments-wise, any other facts that you've heard of, please fill that into the comments. I love hearing from you guys. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye for now.